Welcome to Unwiring Tech, where we explore the intersection of technology, society, and policy. I'm your host Ranjana, and today I will explain the recent groundbreaking and controversial move by Australia. This week, Australia became the first country in the world to pass a law banning social media accounts for children under 16. The government is calling it a world leading move to protect young people online, citing concerns about exposure to harmful content like drug abuse, eating disorder, and violence. But as with any sweeping legislation, there is more to the story. How will this ban actually be enforced? Will it truly protect children, or is it more of a symbolic gesture? Let's break it down. Under the new law, platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat must take reasonable steps to verify users' age. But here is a kicker: the government hasn't specified how platforms should do this. Options range from using AI to analyze online behavior to facial scans for estimating age. Starting in late 2025, Australians under 16 won't be allowed to create accounts, and tech giants that fail to comply could face fines up to $32 million. However, privacy advocates and tech experts are raising red flags. Age verification technologies, often driven by AI, are still in development and far from foolproof. Daniel Angus from Queensland University points out that these tools could pose significant privacy and tracking risks. Meanwhile, critics argue that banning accounts doesn't address harmful content already on these platforms. And what do Australians think? Polls show widespread support, especially among parents who see social media as a danger to their kids' mental health. Parent advocacy groups and even national media campaigns like Let Them Be Kids have rallied behind the law, citing it as a necessary intervention. One mother, Kelly O'Brien, has been a vocal advocate for the ban after tragically losing her daughter to cyberbullying. But tech companies including Meta and Elon Musk's X are pushing back, calling the law impractical and invasive. LinkedIn somewhat humorously argued that it shouldn't even be included because it's not appealing to minors. So, where does this leave us? Not everyone is convinced. Critics, including human rights groups, privacy advocates, and even child rights organizations, have voiced significant concerns. They argue that the law could infringe on young people's rights, cutting them off from the supportive online communities, especially LGBTQIA and migrant teens. Privacy advocates warn that the data collection needed for age verification could lead to increased surveillance. Meanwhile, young people themselves have mixed feelings. Some acknowledge the harms of social media but believe a total ban could push teens towards more hidden and potentially dangerous online spaces. And then there is a bigger picture. The legislation follows a pattern of Australia challenging big tech. From making platforms to pay for news content to proposing fines for failing to prevent scams. This new law is part of a broader push to hold tech companies accountable. However, critics like Elon Musk have called it a backdoor way to control internet access for all Australians, and others warn it could strain Australia's relationship with tech-dependent allies like United States. Simultaneously, in India, concerns regarding these platforms have been expressed in a recent parliamentary session, where Minister Ashwini Vaishnav emphasized the need to curb vulgar content on these platforms, citing the erosion of moral values and culture. Responding to BJP MP Arun Govil, who raised concerns about unchecked content, Vaishnav acknowledged that the current laws are not strong enough to address the issue effectively. The minister pointed out how the lack of editorial oversight has led to proliferation of inappropriate material online, describing social media as both a platform for free expression and a source of uncontrolled content. He called for a consensus in Parliament to frame stricter laws and urged Parliamentary Standing Committee to take up the issue. The debate also touched on foreign social media and OTT platforms, with suggestion to make them more accountable under Indian laws, given the cultural differences between India and the countries where these platforms are based. So, what now? Australia's social media ban is a test case for balancing child safety, privacy, and free speech. Whether it succeeds or fails, one thing is certain: governments worldwide will be watching closely. What's your take on this law? Is it a necessary step forward or a misguided attempt at regulation? Join the conversation by following us on social media or emailing your thoughts to us. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious. Thank you so much.